All right, today we're diving into a piece of financial tech that's pretty fascinating. It's a trader's tool, it's a way to buy your coffee, and for millions, it's a financial lifeline. We're talking about stablecoins.
And as you're about to see, they really do wear a lot of different hats. What they are completely changes depending on who's using them and why.
So at its core, a stablecoin is designed to do exactly what it sounds like: stay stable. The whole idea is to avoid those wild price swings you see with other cryptocurrencies. It does this by anchoring its value to a real-world asset. And most of the time, that's the US dollar. Just think of it as a digital dollar.
Okay, so where do you actually see these things most often? Well, for a long time, their biggest role has been inside the super fast-paced world of crypto trading. They really are a trader's best friend.
And here's why. This is the key advantage for traders. Instead of cashing out their crypto into traditional US dollars, which, involves banks and can take days, investors use stablecoins as a kind of digital home base. This lets them jump between different investments almost instantly, all without ever having to leave the crypto world.
And this technology is not standing still, not by a long shot. Some stablecoins are now evolving beyond just being a simple trading tool. Issuers like MakerDAO are actually offering versions that pay you interest, which turns the stablecoin itself into an investment vehicle, kind of like a high-yield savings account.
So, this whole idea of stablecoins as a digital dollar naturally leads to their next big role, completely revolutionizing how we pay for things.
And look, this isn't some niche, futuristic idea anymore. Just look at the names getting involved here: Stripe, PayPal, Visa. We're talking about the giants of finance. They're building stablecoin tech directly into their platforms, which signals a huge potential shift in how digital payments are going to work.
So, why would a merchant be interested? Well, it really just comes down to cost. A stablecoin transaction on a platform like Stripe costs just half of what a typical card payment does. For any business, cutting your transaction fees in half is a massive, massive incentive to adopt something new.
And the incentives aren't just for the merchants. To get consumers like you and me on board, PayPal is planning to pay 3.7% interest to users who simply hold its stablecoin. They are literally paying people to use it.
But the impact of this stuff goes so far beyond just convenience in developed countries. For millions of people all around the world, stablecoins are becoming an absolutely essential financial tool. For survival.
If you look at countries like Argentina, Nigeria, and Turkey, places facing extreme inflation, the local currency can lose a huge chunk of its value practically overnight. For the citizens there, dollar-pegged stablecoins have become this critical escape hatch. It gives them a way to protect their life savings from being completely wiped out.
And this isn't just a theory. It is happening at a huge scale. A 2024 Visa survey in several key emerging markets found that the #1 reason people use stablecoins is simply to save in US dollars. For almost half of the users, it's just a tool for basic financial preservation.
And it's not just saving. This technology is also transforming how people send money to their families back home. The process, known as international remittances, has been slow, frustrating, and incredibly expensive for decades.
The difference in cost is just stunning. The World Bank notes that sending $200 from the US to Mexico can cost almost $10 through the old channels. But using crypto, that same transaction costs maybe $1 or $2. That's real money that stays in the pocket of the family that needs it. It's an absolute game changer.
The efficiency is so profound that it's even changing humanitarian work. Aid organizations have started using stablecoins to get funds into crisis zones way faster and more securely than they ever could with a truck full of physical cash. Okay, however, we have to talk about the other side of the coin here. The very features that provide all these incredible benefits, the privacy, the global reach, the ease of transfer, well, they also create a pretty significant new problem.
Now, this is a classic double-edged sword. This pseudonomy can be a shield for people living under oppressive regimes, right? It can protect them from persecution. But that exact same shield can be and is used by criminals to hide their activities.
And the scale of this problem is, well, it's staggering.
The data platform Chainalysis estimates that in 2024 alone, illicit actors received somewhere between $25 and $32 billion in stablecoins. Billion, with a B.
Now, to put that number into perspective for you, that means as much as 1/6 of the entire stablecoin market was tied to some kind of illicit activity just last year. This is not a fringe issue, it's a huge part of the ecosystem.
And this brings us to the central dilemma of stablecoins, doesn't it? Is this a revolutionary tool for financial freedom, or is it an unavoidable gift to criminals? The technology itself is neutral, but its impact is not. And as it becomes more and more embedded in our financial system, that is the billion-dollar question we are all going to have to answer.